Hi, I'm Naomi. This is my Drama Life project. I have 17 years old and I have a great story to tell you. Once upon a time, there was a student called Monica. She was 16 years old. And a teacher called Luis. He was 26 years old. They met and they fell in love. After 5 years of relationship, they got married by the church. They were Catholic. Of course, this is how my story started. 2 years later, a baby arrived. An interesting fact is that they called me the baby when I was in my mom's belly because they didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. So when I was born, my dad wanted to call me Sheila or Ruby, but my mom said, no, she is Naomi, Naomi Rojo Godoy. And that's me. Since I have memory, my dad works a lot, and I don't see him pretty much. That's why my mom bought a video camera to record literally everything I did for my dad to watch it. In my opinion, that's why I want to be a movie star. Because of it, I have a lot of VHS and photos all over my place of my childhood. Another interesting fact is that I have two moms. Yes, two moms. One is my grandmother and another is my biological mother. Why? Because we used to live with my grandparents until I have 3 years old. Then I have my brothers. Well, they're not my biological brothers, but I raised with them. They're my mom's brothers. I am the little girl of the family. They are Ulises, Paola, Pablo, who is a musician, Paco, who is a policeman, Diana, who is studying to be a dentist, Minerva, who is a doctor in the USA, and my mom, Monica. Pablo and Paco were basketball players and they travel a lot, so I think that's why I love basketball and traveling. My mom, Lupe, my dad, Pablo, and of course, my biological dad, Luis. This is my interesting and loving family. I was a baby with visa because my aunt Minerva needed help to raise her child that's half Vietnamese, half Mexican, and she's a US citizen. Her name is Athena. She's my cousin, and she's only 1 year older than me, and I really love her. But here in Mexico, I have a sister. Well, she's my cousin too, but she's only 1 month older than me. Her name is Frida. We're like twins because we grew up together. When I went to kindergarten, I was pretty smart, so I was the best of my generation. After that, we moved from my parents' house and I started to go to a Catholic elementary school. I tried to hang out with girls, but I was so rude that they didn't like me. So boys appeared and I started to hang out with them. They influenced me to like football, tennis shoes, jeans, even Max Steels more than Barbies. But my dad wanted me to use bows, dresses, high heels like a normal girl do. After my dad, everyone started to tell me I was a girl, I have to be girly. Because God makes girls to be girly. But I didn't want to. I was so happy being like a boy. That's why I was a troublemaker and I ended a lot in the principal office. But my mom told me the advice of my life: just be who you are. I will always love you. Of course, I started to doubt because of my believings. And in third grade, I moved to USA for her being my aunt, but I ended in the Bishop Heights Catholic School, another elementary school. I didn't want to enter because I thought Jesus hated me because of who I was. But then I met Maria. She was so nice to me, and we're best friends since then. She's from China, and her mom adopted for 5 sisters. Of course, in that time, I cut my long straight hair to be like a boy. I really loved it, but then I started to think everyone was going to be mean with me. But they didn't, so I fell in love with more. Another interesting fact is that I was the only Mexican in all the school. My teacher loved me and they told me I was special. But when I entered my year school, we need to come back to Mexico. I didn't want to, but at the end we end here. I look like a boy, so everyone started to be mean with me and saying that I was weird or that I was a boy with dress because of my uniform. And that made me sad. That's when life told me, are you going to move on or are you going to go down? I was only 7 years old, but then I remember what my mom told me. So I said, let's move on. So, because of it, I put myself priorities me, the school, my family, and all the other stuff that I didn't care about. Because of it, I was pretty smart. And thanks of that, I ended in the Plantel Fundación Azteca. That it's like a high school for nerds. I didn't want to enter because I was nervous, but I spent there 6 years of my life. 3 years I fell in love with books, while girls fell in love with boys. I felt weird, but I didn't mind. Another 3 years I still was in love with books, but I wanted to go to USA because every one of my friends told me they miss me. But in second years of high school, everything started to change. Why? Because I started to thought about my future. I want to grade a book, I want to be famous, and of course I want to earn money because of my brain, not because of how I looked. I want to love everyone, and I will not let society define me. That will be me. Then the love time started. I met a guy named Angel. We started to hang out for 8 months, and we fell in love. He asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes. He's my first boyfriend, and we have 2 years and 4 months, and we're still in love. Then I met three awesome girls. Their names, Carolina, Mafe, and Astrid. My boyfriend hang out with us, so we're like a little family. And we call ourselves the Reptile Eggs because of the movie, another egg movie. I applied for scholarships, but I failed. I didn't mind and I keep moving on. So I graduated with 9.8 of my grades. I was so happy about it. Right now, I am at Tecnológico de Monterrey. I'm studying international business. Why? Well, because I love the world and I want to travel and I want to know every single culture of all the world. And I have two business plans that are working pretty good and I want them to grow up. So I want the world to know me because of it. Soon enough, I will turn 18 in November 25th, and another stage of my life called adulthood will start for me. Well, I think that's all for the moment. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.